Famous travel vlogger Rosie Gabrielle has accepted Islam. She's become Muslim. This is brilliant news. May God guide her. May God take her from strength to strength, and may God make her a means for the guidance of many other people. Now, I first came across this news on Azimur Rahman's channel. I'll link it in the description below. And two things that really struck me after I read her post on Facebook, her post on her conversion story, was number one, she was someone that went through hardships and trials and difficulties in her life, just like many of us. But what she didn't do, like many people do, is that she didn't, at the strike of the calamity, she didn't turn around, blame God. God, why would you let this happen to me? This is evil. This is bad. You're evil. And she didn't turn away from God, and that was it, right? She held on to her belief in God. She was patient, right? Although she couldn't understand the wisdom behind why things were happening, she even says in the post that there would be times where she would turn to God and say, "Why me?" Right? She would, because she didn't know. However, she was patient and persistent, and she never let go of her belief in God. And inevitably, I believe, this was probably one of the reasons that God guided her to the truth. And eventually, she was able to connect the dots and understand the nature of trials and tribulations. So much so that she even says in the post that she now sees them as a gift. And this is profound. So the first thing was that she didn't jump to rash conclusions. When trials and tribulations come, unfortunately, many of us just jump to some crazy conclusions, blame God, turn away from God, etc. And this is one of the predominant reasons why people leave the belief in God and they turn away and become atheist. The second thing was that she eventually understood the purpose of trials and tribulations, it seems like, from her post, which is profound, because she saw them as a gift. She saw them as a blessing. Right? And that's what trials and tribulations are. The true nature of trials and tribulations isn't that God wants to punish us and hurt us and harm us and put us through difficulty, but it's for us to grow through. God has designed specific trials and tribulations for us. Every single one of us has our own set of trials and tribulations, and they're there for our growth, for our development, so we can learn lessons through these difficult times, so we can grow, so we can gain wisdom, so we can become better people. Inevitably, at the end of the day, there is always good in these things for us. But unfortunately, we just don't have the patience to see things through sometimes. We just become very abrupt and just jump to certain conclusions, right? We have to try to practice patience. We have to understand and remember that God wants best for us. He loves us. He loves us more than our own mothers love us. And whatever we go through, whatever trial, whatever difficulty, whatever tribulation, there is inevitably good in this for me, even if I cannot see it at the moment, even if I can't see the wisdom in this right now. And most of the time we won't, because we're limited human beings. We don't have the ability to understand the wisdom behind everything immediately. Right? That's the realm of God. God is the one that has the totality of wisdom and knowledge of everything. We don't. Right? So it's about being humble and remaining patient and putting your trust in God, knowing that He wants best for you. And having this balanced outlook will give you the ability to be a bit more stable, and for you to be able to traverse that trial or difficulty and not only get through it, but to maximize benefit from it, to learn and gain whatever there is in that trial or tribulation for us to gain, right? And that is a beautiful place to be. And this is why God throughout the Quran encourages us to be patient. He tells us He is with the patient. Right? Patience is a beautiful virtue that we need to start to practice. Anyway, just wanted to share those thoughts. Definitely go check out the full post. I'm sure you'll find some amazing inspirational points that I haven't mentioned in this short video. Once again, may God guide her, may God bless her, and make sure to let me know your thoughts below in the comment section. Make sure to subscribe, click the notification bell, and until next time, take care.